Okay, so Bleach fans, I got so much good news right now that you about to be going, I don't know, we'll call it a proverbial bankai. Like, there's a lot of good Bleach news in this episode, so yeah, get ready. Black Clover fans, there's a lot of great news for you as well, and also some controversial stuff that I kind of want to, at the very least, touch up on regarding what's happening in the world of Black Clover with the anime, trailers, all sorts of stuff going on, and yeah, even a little dab of the manga. Naruto fans, we got some incredible news, and yes, I said Naruto fans because, well, stay tuned in this episode. We gonna talk, and there's so much more in this upcoming exciting episode of Forever News, the only news source that provides anything and everything anime and manga related. And we don't bore you, we get into it. Let's do it. Now I'm starting to see his old timing. Catch me whenever you want, I'm shining. Spit the truth, see I don't know the line. When I circle over here, know the nine. And before we continue, make sure to hit that subscribe button and that bell. You'll be able to get notified on anything and everything in the world of anime and manga. Also, there might be a part 2 to this thing because Jump Festa recently went down, Jump Festa 2026, and I got a lot more stories to cover. So yeah, hit the button so you can get notified on what's been happening. First things first, Bleach fans, oh my gosh, in case you missed what went down at Jump Festa 2026, we got a new trailer for the upcoming final core of Bleach's Thousand Year Blood War anime. We also got a release date for Bleach's Thousand Year Blood War anime, so now we know when it's gonna go down. We got a little bit of an extra visual, and for the most part, the trailer was really just kind of giving you a montage of like audio of clips of what happened, of course, leading up to this point throughout the story of Bleach, giving you pieces here and there of everything that you remember from the story, and then in the end, you see a little bit of a teaser, which at this point, Ichigo's final form has been so many times showcased that it's not really like a big secret. You know how they say like the best kept secret? It hasn't been a secret that well kept as far as what Ichigo looks like when he's at his max power. But yeah, at the very least, they once again gave an update on the Bleach Thousand Year Blood War final core. And as far as the release date goes, TV anime final core Bleach the Thousand Year Blood War arc, The Conflict teaser visual was unveiled to those once called calamities, starting July 2026, and of course broadcast begins on TV Tokyo series and other networks. And the visual that they showcase looks incredible. You got, of course, Ichigo, Ganju, Chad, Uryu, Orihime, and yeah, so it's looking like July is when we begin the finale, which means that by autumn time, fall, is when Bleach's Thousand Year Blood War and the Bleach anime as a whole will finally, and I say finally in a very hard way because it's not necessarily that we want it to be over, but will finally be fully adapted. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm sure a lot of people are kind of like, are you ready? Are you ready? Part of me wants to break into some wrestling stuff. Break it down. Generation. But yeah, for those that were kind of hoping for like a winter release, that's not going to happen, or a spring release for that matter for this final thing. And I'm not necessarily mad at it because it definitely seems as though Studio Pierrot has given this anime the treatment that it deserves to the utmost. Like, there's absolutely no excuses. There's absolutely nothing that can be said other than like enjoy. Like, Tite Kubo has been heavily involved in the creation of this thing. The anime was delayed to make sure that it meets the, you know, criteria that Tite Kubo actually wants. Like, this is major, this is big, and come July, we are about to be getting one final ride for Bleach's Thousand Year Blood War, leading into the grand finale. But that's not all that we got in the world of Bleach, because there's just a lot. Because we also got some comments from Tite Kubo from his club outside, where he said this: last week was our final dubbing session of the year. Because of production scheduling, we ended up recording the final episode first, so the studio had this unexpectedly final episode kind of atmosphere. Everyone felt a bit floaty and out of it. It was kind of funny. And just analyzing that as like, you know, not even necessarily like, oh, an author, as a person, I think that is such a great vibe to have. Like, think about it for a second. I'm sure if everybody was recording the final episode just like with any other series, probably everyone was really sad and emotional, and Kubo was trying to make a little bit light of it so that people can actually feel better, feel good. Like, to me, that's awesome, that's fire. That just shows yet again what type of person Kubo is, outside of just like, yeah, you know, he's a great author, he made one of the biggest shonen series of all time, all that stuff, but as a person, it seems like this Tite Kubo guy is a really good dude. Then we also got this update: Bleach by Tite Kubo will be receiving a new novel titled, and please don't laugh because I'm not gonna lie, the title kind of made me look like, wait, what? Don't Bleach My Fist, and it'll be written by Ryogo Narita. And I'm not sure if that visual is actually going to be utilized for the actual art, or because I feel like that's something that was maybe done before. But regardless of what, this is a good deal, because ultimately the more source material that Bleach has, the more down the road we will get of Bleach anime related stuff. Like, there's already a bunch of novels out there, and if this is happening, it could very well be because they understand that at some given point Bleach is going to get more anime, so let's make more source material so we can make more anime. So another big win for Bleach for the future. Is kind of like early investment, so to speak, in something that you could definitely see massive potential. Although I just gotta say again that title is kind of like, whoa. Then another major deal for Bleach, although it feels like Bleach has quite a few as far as mobile games goes, things out there. You know, there's the Brave Souls one, there was another one that came out a few years back, there was one that recently came out, but apparently a new mobile game project is coming summer 2026, and it is in regards to something that we covered a while back, which is why you know, if you're not subscribed, what are you doing? That title that was registered called Bleach Mirrors High, which is another wild title. Like, I don't know if Tite Kubo is the one that is titling all this stuff, because it's just kind of like, bruh, it seems as though the Mirrors is going to have this summer. And despite what I said about Bleach having multiple games and whatnot, most Bleach games I've ever played, to be honest with you, are really good. Like, I've never really played a bad Bleach game or boring Bleach game, so this is probably going to be something at the very least to look out for. Yet again, don't bleach my fist, mirrors high. Tite Kubo, what are you trying to tell us, dog? Then we also got another comment from Tite Kubo from his club outside. He said, I was asked to come up with a tagline for the key visual of Core 4, so I just hand wrote a rough version of the phrase directly on the visual and sent it over. Then they told me, we want to use your handwritten version just as it is. So now I'm redrawing the text in a larger size so it holds up when enlarged. It's fun, so I don't mind, but is this really a mangaka's job? P.S. In Japanese creative industries, copy refers to a short phrase or slogan used in promotional visuals, like a dramatic tagline printed on an anime poster. And I kind of wanted to cover that because most people are kind of like, well, so what? Tite Kubo had to draw some, you know, handwriting on a poster. What's the big deal? I say that to say he does sound a bit frustrated there. Like, just pay attention to, it's fun, so I don't mind, but is this really a mangaka's job? It sounds like he's looking at Studio Pierrot like, yo, y'all giving me a lot of hats to wear. I'm storyboarding, I'm supervising. And again, he's saying that he don't mind, but at the same time, you know, there's the things that are said without saying things, where it's kind of like, well, if homie is saying that, maybe he kind of feels a certain way as far as like, I don't know, maybe it could be like up the pay or something, you know what I'm saying? Give dog more bread. And yeah, let me know, out of all of the Bleach stories that we covered, what was the most exciting and enticing thing for you that got you like, yo dog, I can't wait. So Black Clover fans, in case you missed it, at Jump Festa 2026, they unveiled the first full-length trailer for the upcoming quote-unquote second season of the Black Clover anime, and honestly, it looks incredible. It looks beautiful, it looks amazing, it looks really good. They also got a promotional image that they put out as well that looks really good. It seems as though Studio Pierrot, they're like, yo, we made y'all wait a long time for this thing, but we're going to deliver, because it looks magnificent. From all of the shots that they show in the trailer, from Mario Leona to Asta wielding his sword, this just looks incredible. It looks like it's gonna be one of those things of like, similar to Bleach Thousand and Blood War, you waited a while, but your wait isn't going to be in vain, because you're actually getting a really incredibly high quality product. And honestly, it's crazy because I had the internet in a frenzy, just kind of getting this visualization of what's to come for this season. And we got word from the creator of Black Clover, Yuki Tabata. Here's what he said: to everyone who came to Jump Festa 2026 and to everyone watching the live stream, at last, season 2 of the anime will begin next year. I'm truly happy to be able to make such a wonderful announcement on stage again after such a long time. To all the anime staff, thank you for your incredible passion and outstanding quality. This year marked the 10th anniversary of Black Clover. It's all thanks to the support of so many people. My beloved dog Amiri also turned 10. Next year, the long-awaited Black Clover exhibition will be held in Tokyo and Osaka. It seems there will be lots of original artwork and merchandise as well. And on January 5th, the Giga Winter issue will be released featuring the latest Black Clover chapters. Please be sure to witness the final battle between Asta and Yuno. What's more, in this Giga issue, the main visual for the original art exhibition will also be revealed. And yeah, also, very big deal, I forgot to mention that Black Clover has been 100% confirmed with this Jump Festa 2026 trailer and this presentation that it will begin broadcast in 2026. Teaser PV premiered at Jump Festa 26. Furthermore, TV broadcast starts in 2026, and that is confirmed. Which means that Studio Pierrot is about to dominate 2026 of anime. Like, Studio Pierrot is absolutely on fire, especially when we get to the next story here in a minute. So make sure to keep on watching. watching, because yeah, this is absolutely major and most of us are really excited. 2026 is about to be a great year. Like, things is getting really good in 2026 for Black Clover, Studio Pierrot, and anime as a whole. But now, something that I did want to touch up on, I won't stay on this too long because I might make a full dedicated video when the officials are released, so you know, it is what it is. But there have been some leaks regarding the finale of the Black Clover story, because the next issue of Jump Giga has, you know, like they said, 3 chapters or so, like 60 pages of content or whatnot, and from what the leaks are saying, it seems as though this final battle is coming to a close, and possibly there will be maybe one more release of chapters after that to just kind of give an epilogue. But it seems as though Black Clover is coming to an end, and the internet, for the most part, from what I've seen regarding these leaks, again, haven't read the chapters or whatnot, but it seems as though people are not too happy about how this final battle goes out. I want to wait until it's all out there officially and I could check it out for myself, because I guess it's an even grander conversation for the anime and manga community as a whole, that yo dog, like, if you don't step back for a second and not follow the trend of everybody having the same opinion over and over again, you will notice that when it comes to a series ending, majority of anime and manga fans are literally stuck in a crazy loop. And what I mean by that, to clarify that statement, almost every single time a series comes to an end, anime and manga fans, especially manga fans, especially when it's just leaks without all of the context and without having it all the way it's supposed to be brought to you, be doing the most. Like, it really be just like, ugh, because some of the reactions was egregious. Like, I'm not even gonna repeat what I saw of what people were saying, like about Yuki Tabata, about his family. I was like, y'all are crazy. But we saw this with Attack on Titan, we saw this with My Hero Academia, we saw this with the end of Naruto, we saw this with the end of Bleach. Like, we've seen this thing before, and once again, anime and manga fans that don't step back, that don't jump out of the, you know, discords and the comment sections or whatnot, don't understand and don't really get what's going on, that you guys are stuck in a never-ending loop of hatred. Like, if you don't actually step back to form your own opinions and not just follow what everyone else is doing, or especially going down the rabbit hole of being just massively disgustingly filled with hatred, every single time is just non-stop hatred for the end of series. And that's not to mention what's going on with some other series that are happening right now that I'll talk about in another video. But yeah, like, it's just really gross the way people get when the series comes to an end, and not a fan of that. But yeah, I'll probably talk about all of this stuff when the chapters actually come out, but I did want to address that because I felt like it was gross, and it was something that was really big on the internet of how people were reacting. Like, you can be disappointed 100%, but for the people, which there was a lot of people that were saying some crazy shit about Tabata, like, well, I'm gonna speak in defense of Yuki Tabata, fuck you. And that's specifically for the people that were speaking ill on him and his family. When you speak about family, you bugging the fuck out. But yeah, let me know what you guys think and hit the subscribe button if you haven't. Moving forward, on a very good and positive vibe, Naruto fans, I am here to tell you that we got great news, because I know there was a lot of people that were questioning even me regarding what happened with those Naruto OVA episodes. Like, it was already years in the making. It was a few years back that it was announced, and they've been prolonging it, and then I think it was like a few months back where I spoke about it and still nothing came of it. So I'm sure some people were looking at me like, yo dog, didn't you say it was happening? Ha, you lied. No, I don't lie. Sometimes I just be able to see things before they happen, because we got a new announcement that Naruto's 20th anniversary 4 brand new special episodes are scheduled for premiere in, somebody get the drum roll, late 2026. All episodes were wrapped up production this year, as I stated. So yeah, I gotta imagine that this is probably going to be like a lead up and a lead in to the Boruto anime return. Probably this will come out late 2026, and then right after Boruto anime, it'll kind of be like, you know, the prelude, so to speak, to the big massive return of this franchise as a whole. I'll be honest with you, it does feel like it's a bit unnecessarily being dragged out as far as the release of these things. If they've been done this year, if they were announced and ready to be released a while back, and then they actually worked on it and made sure to kind of perfect these things, and then like they were like, yo, they're done a few months back, and then now it's like for late 2026, it's basically all for a huge, glorious, you know, just massive quote-unquote rollout is what they're doing. Like, I have no doubt in my mind that at the very least this is just to start sparking back up interest into the franchise when everything is ready for Boruto, because it seems as though 2026, for the most part, there's going to be a lot of focus in on Black Clover, a lot of focusing on Bleach and Naruto, which is another Studio Pierrot IP along with Boruto. So the animators and all of the staff behind the scenes will be working together. The big reveal and all of that other stuff will be towards the end of 2026 and early 2027. And honestly, I cannot freaking wait. This is going to be incredible. Like, even if these episodes are just quote-unquote run-of-the-mill Naruto episodes, like they're just filler, so to speak, dog, how long has it been since we got new Naruto? Like, can't anime fans just appreciate the fact that, like, yo, dog, we're gonna be able to see our favorite quote-unquote knuckleheaded ninja again? Can't we just enjoy stuff? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, maybe that's just me, but I like to enjoy the things that I like to enjoy. But yeah, 2026 Naruto, again, Studio Pierrot is on a roll. Anime 2026 is just going to be tremendously good. Every quarter it seems as though something incredible is happening. Okay, next story. Katekyo Hitman Reborn fans. We recently spoke in a previous episode of ForneverWorld News that Katekyo Hitman Reborn has been announced to be getting a new anime, or, well, a continuation anime based on things have been said. And we got a trailer showcasing 20th anniversary for Katekyo Hitman Reborn, which was for the most part just a montage of everything you've seen and love of the show. And we also got this really iconic Hitman Reborn image of all of these people in these epic white suits. You got Suna, you got Reborn, Goku Data. Like, this just looks incredibly beautiful. So while, yeah, I am a little bit disappointed that it's not an anime remake, just because it would have been amazing to see some of those iconic battles and iconic scenes reanimated with, you know, top of the notch, high level today's animation. Ultimately, getting more Reborn is still really exciting, and it looks like they're going to be doing some really great stuff for this franchise. We don't have an exact date for this thing yet, but if they're unveiling things now, I wouldn't be surprised if this will also be another 2026 one, maybe somewhere later in the year. Although it would make more sense to put this thing out in spring, since like a lot of the big jump anime is going to be going from like summer on. Like, this would be perfect to, you know, light the spring up, but only time will tell. And I'm here for it, because again, for those that don't know, because this was a series that happened a while back, but to kind of give you guys an idea of it, essentially there's this kid that one day he's struck by this mafioso hitman, giving him the abilities that he ultimately gets, where he is just incredible. And the cast of characters is one of the best things. Like, all of the characters are just really, really interesting and exciting, or funny, or goofy, or just like, it's a really, really great show, and it's been a long time in the making for these last few arcs to actually get animated. So I am here for it. Katekyo Hitman Reborn. But that's all I have for this one. I'm Tim. As always, people, have an awesome day. Peace in.
Switch mindsets, got a rich mindset. Better know I'm blessed. Counting down to another win. Good time spent. No gender reveal required, homie. I'm him. Trophy vibes when I vibe. Yeah, enjoy the ride. Check the time. No, I win. That's just how it goes. Just to let you know. Never play a rookie deck, homie. I'm a pro.